Black Stars head coach Otuado has finally named his 23-man squad for the game between Ghana and Angola and then Niger. An interesting lineup here, but no major surprises in there. Quite similar to the squad that was named for the World Cup double header back in June. Welcome back to the channel. This is Joy. I'm your host, Sellssi, and we're here to talk about the 23 players that have been called up. Surprises, chances versus Angola and Niger. We'll look at all that here today. I'll not be doing this alone. I'm doing this with my colleagues here, Clinton. Welcome to the channel. Delali and Niger. Welcome to Sahara Football. We'll look at all that today, but don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. The double header, Ghana versus Angola and Niger. First of all, initial thoughts on the 23 players.
I think it's 26, yeah. 26 players. I think if you look at
the mentioned 26. Yeah.
If we look at the possible squad we did, I think I was clear that I don't expect a lot of changes because there hasn't been a lot of active club football. Because right after the last call up, we went into off season. Most of the players are just playing preseason, so he would just call the same players and maybe call few other players that he was expecting them to show up, but because of injury they didn't come, like Enake Williams, like Joseph Pencil. These are players that they were going to be in the previous squad. I think it was just the same guys. The fact that he consistently did not call Andre Ayew, I think maybe we'll come back to that and then we'll talk about what I think Otuado should just go ahead and do. But in summary, like, I'm not surprised. Like, everybody is in there. Like, basically every player that you're expecting to be there is there.
Oh, okay. I think it's basically what everyone expected, apart from the fact that Senes Jama is injured. If not, I felt he could have replaced maybe Ibrahim Osman, who is at Feyenoord. But I think that's the squad is what everyone expected. So
no surprises.
No surprises.
Yeah, actually, the same for me as well. Everybody expected these players to be called up for the Black Stars against Angola and Niger. This is a team that you've seen consistency from Otuado, and I think you're moving on from this. You're going to see more of these players in the team, and that will help. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the squad in general, we saw the goalkeepers, no changes there. The reason for the inclusion of Frederick Asari, were you convinced? I think he was asked in the presser.
I think Otuado, I'm not convinced with Otuado's answer, yeah, but I always knew Frederick would be there because of a conversation I had with the goalkeeper trainer, Fatah Dada, when he called Frederick. And his answer was, I think it's similar to what Otuado said. He was like, they want to continue on building a squad. And so far, the longest time they've been with the team was when they went to play those two friendly games. And that's when they called Frederick Asari. And according to Fatah Dada, Frederick knows how the coach wants to play. So, and when it comes to national team, it's about you understanding the coach system and the coach also wanting to build someone for the future. Yeah. So I knew that even when Solomon Lagbasi was in top
doing
form,
well with
he never called him. So how much more now that the player is nowhere? There's no competition and all them things. So basically, I was expecting Frederick, and I think the last time we were here, I told you that I'm expecting him to be in the squad. I don't think there's any other goalkeeper somewhere that good, unless we want to call two goalkeepers and just drop one. I think Charlie, it's not nothing football. You don't always have to be good at your club side.
And actually, I don't think Frederick will be starting any of those games.
Yeah,
so he's just going to be part of the team.
Yes, it's a good learning curve for him.
Yeah, Otuado stated that he was impressed with Frederick Asari's off-field attitude and importance to the team. So I think if the coach says this is what I want in a player, that's it. We just have to go with it because I don't feel Frederick Asari won't be, like he said, won't be playing any game because we have two first choice goalkeepers, which means that if at all Frederick Asari was going to keep, like, it's possible that Otuado plays one goalkeeper in this game, different goalkeeper in this game, maybe Ghana has a third game, then another goalkeeper in another game. Like, if it's rotating, probably wouldn't have called Frederick Asari. He's bringing Frederick Asari into the team because he has seen that this player, the team likes him. They are more comfortable with him. He's part of the team. It's like a family. Yeah, like if all of us are sitting down here, if this one is not here, as if one person is missing.
Yeah.
We normally talk about this in camp. this player is not there, who will I create a new relationship with? So that is the bond he saw, and that is why Frederick Asare is still in the club.
And just to add to that, I think it also the same reason why I think this guy was sent to the World Cup. This Hasbrook striker,
Friebani, yes.
According to multiple reports, like he easily
in training
bond with the guys. He was not timid. Like his culture was great.
Thank you very much.
And coaches like them things too as well. Yes. You are the player, you know, they go play. You see?
Yes, it's like everyone is not. We are coming to do a serious job, but sometimes we have to loosen up. So I feel when coach sees that these people are having fun, they are discussing, they're having fun after training. These two people are talking and all that. So he feels that okay, this player and this player, their relationship is helping the other player gets better or something like that.
Yeah.
You understand? So he will feel okay. Next time I'll call this player because he bonds well with this player I like or something like. Do you understand? So that's friendship and family feeling is what he wants to maintain in this Ghana Blacks team, and it's very, very important because of all he wants to achieve with the squad.
Yeah. So looking at the squad, I was just looking at it and the defenders. I noticed there are no left-footed defenders. Just only one, Mohamed Salisu. If you look at the list of defenders, Alidu Seidu, Tariq Lamte, Alexander Jiku, Abdul Momin, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, Ibn Zananan, and Kingsley Schindler is one of the other defenders there. No place for Gideon Mensah or Babaraman. Gideon Mensah, obviously, the coach said is injured. How much of a huge deficit will that be? Just one left-footed. And mind you, the left-footed guy there is not a left back. He's a centre forward. Mohamed Salisu.
I just want Kingsley Schindler. I think we have two left.
No, Kingsley Schindler is a right back.
He's a right back.
Right back.
And Francis Abutu.
Who?
Francis.
I was going to ask about him. Abu Francis is part of the midfielders.
There's another one.
He's talking about defenders.
Because in the last game as well,
from the list that we have here, we don't have a left-footed, natural left back.
So based on your question, I feel it won't. There won't be any
issue.
There won't be any issue when it comes to left-footed or right-footed. This thing.
So it should be a makefit square pegs in round holes, sort of.
For example, if you play a right defender in a left-footed player's position, you have to compromise. What is expected of you is to distribute the ball left and right. You understand? So if you're in the left-hand position, you pass this way. Your coach will tell you, I know you are not left-footed. Play the way you play in the right. But try and do what the left-footed player will do. And those players are experienced enough to actually do that. So I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah, I actually think
sorry.
You can slot in there.
I just wanted to check this. Benizanan is a left back.
He's a left back.
Because I knew that there was one. Because I checked the squad. You know, I wanted to ask that question about the left back.
Okay, the left back.
Yes, Benizanan is here.
Okay, so correction there. But still, just one option.
Yeah, so that one, you are right.
Yeah, one option.
You can make your thoughts and then I just come.
Yeah, so with the correction you just made, it changed
what you want. Okay, so then what I wanted to say was that yes, it's true that we don't have a lot of left backs in the team. And even the experience, because if you look at Otuado and the matches he has played, he has used two left backs. Like two left backs have been very consistent. It's either Babaraman and Gideon Mensah. And the fact that Otuado still insists on getting Babaraman tells you that he admits that he needs to solve a problem there.
There's a deficit there.
Good. And one day, and I've always been worried about it. One day when Gideon Mensah is not there, easily we find
he's not there now.
And that's it. Once he's not there, we go into a left back crisis. Yeah. And Ebenezer himself hasn't played consistently to just throw him into this competitive game. And I think maybe that's why he brought Kingsley Schindler back, because Alidu Seidu in the last two matches he has played for
both Alidu Seidu and Tariq Lamte,
they've all played. Alidu recently have played in the left side position. But to be honest,
they are
I think
not naturally left
good
players, so
honestly. And that's why I really wanted to ask you.
Yes, that
is he going to look for another left back?
Based on what you say, I don't think Ebenezer will start any game. I think he brought Schindler because one of the right back is moving to left.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so Ebenezer's experience with the Black Stars is not. Has he played a game?
Yeah, I think one of the friendly games.
I think he's a backup option. He's a backup option because one of the right back is moving to the left back. So in case of any injury they'll bring
Ebenezer.
That's what I think.
That's quite interesting. There, it's an interesting squad, and going into the game, we know Ghana's problem with goal scoring. Albeit the last game we had a lot of goals. Jordan, are you?
Oh, now we have goals.
We have goal scorers.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on the strikers? Can they get the job done? I think Joseph Painso is the one of the forwards that didn't play the last time out because of an injury. He is back, and I think aside him, it's still the same
squad.
So, what are your thoughts on the strikers?
Well, mine will not even be the players there because these are strikers that we are expecting them to be there. Mine will be how he's going to play Jordan Ayew now that Inaki Williams is back, because Jordan
played through
the middle as a striker
because Iñaki was not
around, and I think Otto played Jordan
and
there,
Antoine
and
has
it
shown
worked.
he's better on the wings.
Good. Antoine too has proven at club side that he is better
at wing play and hustling the ball and providing a
so
assist. It'll be interesting to see how that one
goes.
Yeah, quite interesting there. I want to add that what we saw in the game against Central African Republic, Utuado can choose not to play Antoine Semenyo.
Okay.
You can bring him off the bench.
Okay.
And with how Fatal Isaaku is also playing, I think you'll go with Fatal Isaaku. On
Jordan
wings.
Also.
Yeah, and maybe Jordan Ayew through the
and Iñaki too. Let's not forget, wings has been his strong suit.
Yes, but I don't think you try to start Iñaki Williams in this game.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I think with what we are seeing now, I think we have a lot of options there in terms of quality wingers that we have in this team. And sometimes you don't have to force some of these players. You can bring Iñaki to come and play 20 minutes into maybe a game which you are leading by 2-0 or something, which we know Inaki now has a lot of pressure on him to deliver.
Yes.
And now that we've introduced him back into the team and there's someone who is already delivering in terms of goal scoring, which is Jordan Ayew, we shouldn't be in a hurry to make him start some of these games. You know, it's going to put a lot of pressure on him. So I think we should gradually ease him into the team, start Jordan Ayew up front, and with Nike now coming off the bench, he can be a good addition to the team. I think going forward, these wingers should, if Fatal Isaaku should be given the opportunity to express himself more. If not, I don't see any need for a starting place for Inaki Williams. Actually, I don't see the need for a starting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kumasi people, the players the Kumasi people like will also be a factor when choosing the players because of the crowd support. But if me personally, I would love to see Semenyo on the wings, Jordan Ayew at up front, and Fatal Isaaku on the wings. So left, Semenyo left, Fatal Isaaku right, Jordan in front.
Okay.
But the way, based on what I've seen previously, I think he might start Jordan Ayew on the wings. Semenyo, yes, he might start Jordan Ayew on the left, Semenyo, Fatal right, then Semenyo up front because of how he pressurized in the last game. Yeah, he presses a lot in the last game and almost, I think it led to a goal or something like that, a counter attack or something like that. So I feel he feels that this player knows how to put pressure on defenders. So I think he will start Semenyo up front. Me personally, I wish he would play him at the wings because he's very good at the wings compared to being the lone striker.
I think it's just interesting that now Ghana we are going to a game and we are thinking of who should start our attack. There was a time we're struggling.
Yeah, do you know what? So it's because no one has been consistent
enough.
One striker as an upfront striker. That is why.
So it's more like it's not a positive.
Yeah, you switch based on the game. Yeah. I think that's why.
Okay, you were seeing it as a positive.
Yeah, I thought it was a positive thing because at least Jordan wasn't in the top, like Jordan wasn't in the question or in the picture when
simple
we talked about.
I understand what you mean.
Strikers. The guy will score 2 in 2 matches now.
Yeah,
now he's our leading striker. And Naki Williams, who happens to be the one that we expect him to score, comes back and
he's not.
We are thinking
sure one.
I'm just hoping that it becomes a positive thing more than what Clinton is saying. But if you want to be realistic,
it's a positive actually.
It is.
Yeah, but if you want,
it seems the club form of these players too is currently on a good high. Like we are seeing these players. Jordan Ayew scoring goals, Semenyo goal and assist in both games. Inaki Williams always banging in goals for Atletico Bilbao. So it's a positive actually because these players are playing well.
To add on that, I think it's also going to confuse the opponents they're playing. They don't know who will strike.
Yeah, and I think it's so in some ways it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It can be something positive. That's the coach Otuado will look at and see to use to his advantage. Onto the games themselves, I think the squad, we're all satisfied. The reasons he gave for the absentees and the players, Andrea, you talk extensively.
I think we skipped the midfield.
The midfield, well,
fair names.
There's nothing.
There's nothing much.
Thomas
to do there,
Partey
that's
is
why
back, so
I didn't really.
everyone knows he's starting.
Asmeru is there.
Yeah.
Ashimeru.
So
the
it's
question
exciting
is-
to have him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the midfield, the aspects people which three midfielders you say, oh, Kudus, Partey, Elisha Owusu, Ashimeru. There's no much debate there.
But there's no Edmond
Ado.
Edu for the first time.
In a while.
So many years.
Well, I think Elisha Owusu can do the job. So
I think Edmondado.
It's
It's not in it. The midfield didn't have any issues.
Yeah,
I know.
That's why I didn't go on it. So let's look at the games. I think the reasons for the absentees, we've heard everything the coach has said. We can go back and forth. He can call all the players and we'll still not be satisfied because there's one particular
Every
player
day we always
we want to be in there. So I don't want us to dwell much on that. Let's go straight to the game. What are Ghana's chances of making it 6 points?
Okay. I feel the game against Angola at Baba Stadium will be the most difficult game. I think it will be most difficult because considering the nature of the pitch, it's going to disrupt. But I feel since they've moved that Niger game to Morocco, they have good pitches there.
it will help us.
So if you are expecting goals, expect goals in that Niger game because the game against Angola is going to be extremely tight. So the two games I'm expecting Ghana to win both games, but I feel that the game against Niger might be easier than the game at the
I think it's true. Apart from the pitches, the opponent too counts. Like Angola, very good side. At the Afcon, they were very good.
Very good.
Niger, they are not. So once the pitch is good against Niger, I think it's more disadvantage to Niger than Ghana playing in Morocco. As for that, Park Kumasi there, they listed them at it the better. But I've always said that when it comes to Ghana qualifying to Afcon, if they
It's
put
a
the
sure
four of
number.
us
As
at
coach,
the technical team,
we
we
will
will qualify Ghana to Afcon. That one there.
It's a short banker for us. Like, we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it clearly shows you want to see how Otuado plays. You know, you want to see the structure of play. You want to see good football. Ghanaians are always complaining about this, and you know, Otuado is a very good coach, and people are yearning to see more. You know, and after those two games against Mali and Central African Republic, you want to see more. And actually, I think there's a good opportunity for him to show to the whole population that he can do something. He can do something with this team, and moving forward, he can take us to the Afcon maybe next year and win it. Probably that's what we all hope for. But I think this is an opportunity for him to do something with the team, and with the players that we have, I think there's no excuses, right?
There's no excuses.
There's no excuses. So we need to get all the 6 points.
Yeah, so that is it. I think we've covered almost everything concerning the Black Star squad heading into the games versus Angola and Niger. Remember, the players will start arriving this weekend. Some of them have games. They'll come this weekend. First training session is open on Monday to the public at the Accra Sports Stadium. The second one is in Kumasi, and the 5 p.m. session at the Babayara Sports Stadium is also open. If you're in and around the area, in Accra and Kumasi, you can be there. Thank you guys for everything and for joining me in this discussion. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.